Now, our next segment, we have invited our friends at Will Work to come chat with us, the behind the scenes heroes that are like magical Christmas elves, putting up all of our exhibits, all of our booths, all of our events, and just building everything while we sleep. Yeah, right. Event professionals don't go sleep while it's happening. But isn't it nice to know that they are there, they have your back. And if you have a partner like this, your booth will not get set up backwards, like what happened to Sarah Cook in the event fuck up session, as she described it. We have a lot of people that we can lean on in this community, and they're right here with us in the Ichi Club Ichi community. So we're excited to have them. Scott and Lisa Marie, do I have you on the line?
Yo, we are here.
Look at
Look at
you!
you.
Look at this shirt. I just got it from Amazon, baby.
Welcome to the holiday celebration with Will Work. What's going on, you two?
Oh, we're having a little snort to not fuck up the event.
I love it. I love it. Well, over to you. Take it away.
Well, great. Well, thanks for joining us. I know it's been a long day. Number one, congratulations to Liz and the team. You guys, I've been in this business a long time, and you to put this much content in one space. I love the data game. I was in and out all day because I had conference calls and clients from all over the world. And I was like, well, I want to go back and listen to that. So you guys have done a great job. So thanks for having us. That's the best thing. But I want to kick on into the great Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie is a multifaceted, result-driven sales executive, and she has some of the best deep retail experiential and sports marketing combined. She has a great trade conference experience. She's been in the business 20 years across a lot of different verticals. But the neat thing is where she started, which this gets me. Okay. She started in publishing. Okay. With Hearst Magazine, Esquire, and Harper's Bazaar. Now, I read a Harper's Bazaar in 1975 in a doctor's office. So, but I don't think Lisa wrote it. We do call her the Queen Bee, and you can see that she's wearing her tote today because she's always buzzing around the industry. She loves gathering revenue from all of her company bees. She is so spirited and tenacious and creative in her request for new partnerships, new relationships. I love being on calls with her because she's just full of energy. And she always remains undeterred as she pursues the honey of exhibits in the business. So she is the Queen Bee. Lisa, take it away.
Thank you, Scott. And hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to introduce Mr. Scott Brown. He is the honey badger. He's a little bit short, he's a little bit furry, and he's cuddly like a teddy bear. So he'll dig up any opportunity at Will Work and for our clients and to be able to get some revenue. He's been 30 years in the business, and he does live and hybrid events, and he focuses on, Fortune 500 companies. Something that the verticals that he's in are pharma, automotive, industrial, technical industries, everything that has a brand impact to execution. His career started in a professional service with the Boy Scouts. Who knew? So he was in the Boy Scouts in the corporate sector in 1992, where he had great experiences in event management, hospitality, production, staging, management, enabling him to create engagement experiences, everything globally in Kuala Lumpur, Australia, Germany, England, France, America, Canada, Africa, and oh my God, there's so many, ranging from 300 to 3,000 attendees. So you know that if you're working with a honey badger, that you have got your event covered from a small little micro event to a large, huge corporate event. He is also a 20-year CMP, which is a very impressive, Mr. Brown. So he provided the training and knowledge for building events from scratch and holds the InfoCon CTS Technical Partners events. Fun fact about the honey badger, bet you can't guess. Class of NSSA champion for 20 gauge. In and off time, you'll find him in a 20-foot tree on his property or near a pond with his Sir Harry Winston on his range in East Texas, and they call him the honey badger for a reason. Fun fact number 2, he wears earrings only on cruise ships.
Oh, damn. Don't you be saying that.
And take us behind the scenes at Will Work.
I'm going to rewrite that script, Liz. I do not wear. There's no evidence or video of me wearing earrings on a cruise ship. Okay, they didn't have video back then. They had masks on them in sales. The one thing that we love about this industry is that we started as an I&D company, and I love that. I was listening to one of the sessions. I was listening to the last session. How did that happen? How did your booth get that fucked up? I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen at our company. One of the things is because we look at the way booths are, we build them in our shop before they ever go to show site, completely, to make sure the graphics fit, to make sure the measurements are right, to put the technology, the LEDs, the lights, because if you don't do the prep work, you're not going to be successful. The one thing I can say in this industry, and again, I've been in a lot. I've been yelled at docks. I've been flipped off by a CEO. I've had a union strike. I've been swung at by a guy. I had a guy with an automatic weapon in a foreign country that really made me nervous. That it's all about the pre-planning, and I'm a big fan of the pre-work of what we do in this industry. We've been in it about 40 years, and we started as an I&D company, which is something that is really the service model. And it's because exhibit houses and GACs don't want to have to do that work. And then they decided that they needed the revenue from a labor standpoint. So we produce about 7,500 events a year in that tech space and healthcare and corporate sectors. We have full service operation with a production group of 4P. We own our own AV company. And we own 4-1, which is 4-1 Go, which is our sports activation. If you saw the national championship last year, you probably saw the Verbo activation. That's us. That's what we do. So we scale from very high end to working a booth at the American Academy of Dog Catchers. It's okay. We got 1,500 employees that drive, and we build every event to scale and love it. We want to make sure our clients know that they don't have those problems coming up at that next event. And Lisa's going to talk to you a little bit about some of those behind the scenes pieces. So Lisa, you are on, Miss B.
Thank you, Honey Badger. Okay, so the other thing that a lot of people don't know is that Willwork has a lot of different we're more the parent company, and then we have a lot of different verticals. And I specialize in the retail vertical of our business, which is really actually quite fun. So we do new store remodels. We do national campaign rollouts, such as if it were like a like a Best Buy, where they would want to roll out all new vinyls and things for like maybe 800 of their stores in a 3-week time frame. So we do a lot of that. We do pop-ups and activations. We also specialize in grocery, which a lot of clients don't know that we do. So that's really exciting, where we will do build outs for all of the grocery. We'll do the end caps, anything from start to finish, soup to nuts on the grocery side. We do at convenience retail. We've been doing this for over 30 years and really have a strong presence on the East Coast in that division. We also do a lot of retainer programs for SEG graphics. So the one thing that's really great is that we are able to hang the vinyls for you, and we do a lot of the millwork. A lot of people don't know that our retail division has a lot of that stuff. So also brand experiences, anything from a live activation or a brand experience on property, we can help you with that. And we partner with Willwork to be able to do that. We are a GC, of course, as everybody knows, so we can do install and dismantle. We have over 700 laborers on our payroll that we can do from union to non-union. We work on new business development for you. Let's see, what else, Scott? Am I missing anything? You talked about the trade show side. So I think, that's really a lot that I'd like to have on the retail side, that what we do and that people don't know about what Willwork and Teamwork do.
Sure. Our biggest, newest activation has been the sports activation market. And from live event to donor events to rebranding. We are working a lot in old stadiums. UCF is one of our best clients, University of Wyoming. And we're going into old buildings and just putting a new coat of paint on them and adding graphics and signage and design to old architecture. Which I think that's really kind of a positive thing. I'm going over tomorrow to to Shreveport, to the Independence Bowl, because we have an opportunity to work with them in the future. And so, it takes the time to get on the ground, and it's a big part of our new process is to gain the sports activation market. It brings in new donor money. It brings in sponsor dollars to clients. So if you have something that you need outside that hotel ballroom or outside that hotel or that venue, call us. Trailers. We're taking 40-foot container trailers and turning them into premium seating with electric massage chairs, the big TVs, the bar in the back. Yeah, very, very cool stuff. So that's some things that we're really moving forward with our sports marketing. Some of the things that I like to go in. I'm sorry, go ahead, Lisa.
I was just going to say that kind of takes us into our trends, right? Why don't you talk what the trends and style are going forward so we can kind of educate some of our listeners on the cool trends.
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate that. I being the old dog around here, one of the things that I always like to ask people, did you ever attend or see the 1975 Super Bowl? Most people would say no. Right? Okay. The halftime show was a commercial on smoking and a commercial on beer. And that was it.
Right.
Now I want to bring you up to the 2023 Super Bowl with Rihanna.
Right.
She had flying platforms. She had 400 moving Veritech NXT motors. She had over 1,000 team man hours on the staging piece. Okay. Now that's really the extreme, but that's where technology is being brought in. We're having people fly across the sky. Okay. It is what you can dream. She never moved off that platform, and that platform went left, right, up, down. I didn't like the music, but I sure liked the animatronics and the lighting. And they took a stadium to do that. Okay. Wow. Now, if you don't have $20 million to spend on your next show, okay, what we can do is Willwork can help you find that event and turn it into something that's spectacular. One of the things that's very popular this year, and it's moving forward because LED technology has come down in price and come down in efficiency, is using LED panels versus traditional screens. They just don't take near as much time. They don't take big power. So a lot of companies are moving to building their whole booth into LED. That's a win. We can scale that for you, whether that's building a custom exhibit, a general session, or a brand activation. It's pretty simple in today's work, and you're talking around $200 a panel. So it's a pretty economical way to jazz up an event. Virtual events continue to be important. COVID took this industry. We lost 30 million jobs. We lost $300 billion in the industry. And I'm talking about cab drivers. I'm talking about guys and gals that cleaned your hotel rooms. We've all stayed in all these rooms, right? We've all stayed in these high dollar hotels. All the people that service that, they lost their jobs. So they went to the virtual process, but now it's back. So virtual is no longer virtual, it's hybrid. That is the biggest change. I have a very, very good friend that owns a company, and I'll give him a cheap shout out here, Falcon Events. He was doing over 1,000 hours a month in digital streaming. He's doing about 250 now, but he's doing more live events, recording and streaming it back to capture the event and use it as a revenue source for clients. So now what they're doing is you have your general session, you have your exhibit, you have your keynotes, you grab that information and you're sharing it on the web. You're sharing it out for purchase, you're selling, which is a POS opportunity. So that's a technology that's being used. Social media, I am not the social media guy. I have LinkedIn, and I think I have a Twitter account. The Honeybee might have my account. I don't know, but from now you have all these apps, and everything's about apps. It's about X, it's about Facebook Live and AI. AI continues to grow at about 14 to 20% annually. There is government regulation that is going to be something from an industry standpoint we're going to have to be careful with, but they're using that social media, those platforms now that takes the brand to a new level, and it's expanding and creating an advantage for that user generated content. You don't have to have equipment. You don't have to rent a piece of gear. You don't have to print on the front of reg counters. So that increases traffic digitally, but it also brings that brand awareness and that brand execution to your event. And I think there's a trend for that. I think there's a big piece of that. So you definitely want to look at LEDs. You definitely want to look at social presence and how you execute to get clients engaged or attendees engaged. I'm a big fan of Itchy because, I got to go down and meet Liz, and the chef was fantastic. The food was outstanding. And I can't wait to come back, Liz. That's one of the things I can't wait to do, because it was just a really good event, and people still want to do business with people. So don't forget that piece of the social. People still want to buy from individuals. They still want to meet on a trade show floor. They still want to meet at an event, but you can expand that using social media and technology. So Lisa, why don't you give us some trends in that retail space?
I think we're about ready to wrap it up. So I think we should just have our closing, like we're about ready out of time. So
did I take all the time? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
Your list is bigger than mine.
Well, we want to thank everybody for their time today, and we really enjoyed being on this segment. And feel free to reach out to us for any of your needs and
Cool.
any questions that you have, everything that Scott talked about.